Folks, Chef Cutting here. I'm really excited to talk to you about this recipe. This is what I like to call my chicken and avocado soup. And it's really good because the avocado gives such a great creaminess and the chicken is so succulent. And the way we make this soup just makes it a very, very great, good starter for your meal. Or if you want to add a little more ingredients to it, you can actually make it into a meal by itself. But I really love this soup because you can hold on to this for 2 to 3 days too, and you can put this in the fridge and return to it for a quick snack, or you get a little hungry at night and you want to grab something real healthy. This would be the great way to go. This is a Paleo recipe. It goes back to the days of old. We're going to be using just regular ingredients: an avocado straight from the tree, a chicken straight from nature, and water and all of the wonderful things we can find in the ground. So before I get any further, let's go ahead and get in my test kitchen and let's go ahead and make this chicken avocado soup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with this wonderful soup. This is the chicken avocado soup. You can make this into a batch that will make 3 to 4 servings. So this means you can take it with you to work. You can use this as a really good Paleo snack, or instead of stuffing your face at late night and possibly causing yourself to gain weight, you have a cup of this and you go to sleep. And let me tell you something, there is no rumor to chicken soup putting you to sleep. It's the truth. So let's get started here, okay? We have 1 tablespoon of chopped cilantro. We have 1 pound of chopped chicken breast with no tenders, so this is just chicken breast, okay? We have a half avocado diced. We have a 1/4 diced onion. We have a teaspoon of sriracha sauce, a clove of crushed garlic, and a pepper salt mixture. But if you just want to be really Paleo, just use pepper. This is a combination of a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. So if you just wanted to do the pepper, then just do the pepper. And then we have 3 cups of chicken stock. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take the stock and get it into a simmering position, and then we're going to go ahead and start adding the rest of this. This is a non-fried or sauteed soup, so try and say that 16 times. And so you are going to be getting nothing but the nutrients and the health of nature's own, as well as the meat's precious nutrients and minerals. So let's get started. Okay, so this soup is really, really simple to make. We're going to take our broth and we're going to just pour it into a medium 3-quart pan and medium heat. Then we're going to take our sriracha and we're going to pour that right into the soup. Then what we're going to do is we're going to mix it. Okay, taking our wonderful little whisk there, we're going to whisk that sriracha into the chicken broth so it's nice and clear. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that up to a simmer. In the meantime, let's go ahead and review the ingredients. These are diced chicken breasts. This is a diced avocado, and I want to show you. You want the avocados to be about a 1/2 inch big. You want them to be big, so don't make them too small. The garlic has to be crushed, so you want that crushed, and the onions want to be diced too. You want the onions diced. So when you dice them, it's going to be a much smaller, almost a minced size, a lot smaller than the avocados. So make sure that you know that. And then this is just a rough chop on the cilantro. Okay, we've got the soup simmering now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add our chicken white parts. And it's very important that you have your whisk close with you, because you want to break that stuff up the moment that you put it in there. You do not want to let that stick at the bottom of the pan, because if you do that, they'll all cook together and then you'll lose the effect of the soup. So as you can see, I've made sure all the chicken is in its individual pieces and now cooking in the soup. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the onions. So I'm going to put those in there. If you really wanted to do something more fancy, you could put scallions in there. I tend to stay away from scallions because I don't think the flavor of scallions is as hearty as an onion, especially when you're making soups that have very little seasoning in them. So for me, the onion is the way to go. Okay, the last step we're going to do is add the crushed garlic. We've got that in there, so we're going to go ahead and mix all that in. Now we have the onions, the garlic, and the chicken all cooking in the broth. We're going to leave that simmer at a low heat for about 10 minutes and get ready to serve. Okay, in preparation for the soup, I've put a little bit of cilantro on the bottom. Don't want any of the stems, just a rough chop of the leaves at the bottom. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of my avocado now. And I'm going to leave that at the bottom of the bowl because we don't want to cook either one of those. We really want that freshness, that flavor to really stand out when you pour the soup in. So let's get ready to serve the soup. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of my seasoning to it now. Just put some in there. Make sure that that's good. I've already tasted the soup, so the salt and pepper base is just right. But folks, you really don't need a lot of salt in this, if any, because that chicken stock really has its own flavor in there. But if you do like salt and you can use it in your diet, then knock yourself out. Let's get ready to serve this up. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to take a ladle now and get myself a lot of that goodness there, that chicken. And I'm going to place it right on top of all of this wonderful avocado and cilantro. There we go. Excellent. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put some broth in there and fill it up with just broth. And folks, this is going to look so good. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the end result. Look at that, the beautiful fresh avocado, the green of the cilantro, that flavor, the aromatic flavor coming off that soup. You couldn't make a better soup than that. I think Campbell's would be jealous. This is 100% natural. There's absolutely no additives in it. It is a Paleo dish that I would suggest anyone have at any time of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you chicken and avocado soup.